Yeah, Scott, one of the oldest sayings in thoroughbred horse racing is you breed the best of the best and you hope for the best. And I think that saying applies to the pedigree of Highland Falls, who's going to be running in the Breeders' Cup Classic. He is by Curlin out of Round Pond. Curlin, a Breeders' Cup Classic winner in 2007. The year before, Mom won the Breeders' Cup Distaff in 2006 at Churchill Downs. If he would have pulled the upset on Saturday, guys, it wouldn't be the first time that a Breeders' Cup winning dam, would produce a son or a daughter that would go on to win a Breeders' Cup race. You think of a horse like Hollywood Wildcat, who won the Breeders' Cup Distaff in 1993. She produced War Chant, who won the Breeders' Cup Mile. Personal Ensign, a Distaff winner. She produced My Flag, who won the Juvenile Fillies. Then My Flag's daughter, Storm Flag Flying, would also win the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies in 2002. And then most recently, Shared Account, who won the Filly Mare Turf in 2010. She produced Sharing, who won the 2019 Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies Turf. But Scott, the difference here with Highland Falls is that he would be seeking to become the first male that is by a Breeders' Cup winner out of a Breeders' Cup winner. I mean, Scott, that's going to be the easiest stallion ad to write, right? Mom, dad, son, all Breeders' Cup winners if Highland Falls could pull off the upset on Saturday in the Breeders' Cup Classic.
20-1 on the morning line with that kind of pedigree. Simon, coming into this race off of a victory in the Grade 1 Jockey Club Gold Cup at the same distance, stepping up to that trip. Is it the consistency that we question, with this well-bred son of Curlin?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a while since this horse has put back-to-back races together, back-to-back wins, and some solid efforts. I think it's been well spotted by Brad Cox, put in some legitimate spots. I think, look, that was a good race last time out, career best number. But I think Highland Falls needs to improve quite a bit here to be a factor at the finish. I really do.
One of the questions we often ask at this time of the year, when obviously the three-year-olds taking on the older horses, is how the generations compare.
Yep.
One of the big plus points for any fans of City of Troy is that we feel that the three-year-old generation stateside is not as demanding as it has been in years gone by. So how would you two compare the older horses to the classic generation?
Well, I think the older horse division is I wouldn't say there's no stand-up. There's no gun runner, there's no Curlin, there's no Arrogant. I think that's a weak division. I think look, the Europeans have won the Classic, Kong, of course, but I think if there's ever a year for a foreign horse to win the Classic, it's going to be this year.